Huh? They go watch match. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Give us light. That's the only thing you've been saying since you came into my office. Maybe your work be that. No, it's my work, but see.
Our government fit do their work if we self do our own work. No just sit down. Carry wetin dey worry you, go meet who suppose solve am.
Yes.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This is the network service of the NTA.
It's always nice to strike that deal with you. Welcome on board. It is Weekend Deal, Africa's biggest deal. Now, we wake up every day feeling fit and ready to go on with our daily activities. Now, that's the benefit you enjoy when you're in good health. And talking about health, there is a ravaging disease, that some people may have termed common. And I'm talking about malaria. Now, this is a very serious case for us here in Nigeria, especially in the fight to eliminate malaria completely from Nigeria. Now, the WHO Global Technical Strategy for Malaria aims to achieve about 40% reduction of malaria cases by 2020. Now, experts say we're at a crossroad in the response for malaria in Nigeria. But are we? That's the question some of our guests will be coming to answer as we look at the fight against malaria in Nigeria.
Another deal this morning, which is quite loaded with regular segments and other entertaining aspects of it. We shall be continuing our celebration of NTA at 40. And on that, we'll be joining our Lagos studio for a chat with one of our ace producers, somebody who actually registered her name as one of NTA's best producers. I won't let the cat out of the bag. Just watch out and you shall know the person I'm talking about.
And I'm sure you will love this one. All right, that's it. Welcome on board once again. My name is Ruth Aguele.
And my name is Paxmon Mbebe. And we shall be going quickly to our new studio where Hadiza Tijani is standing by with the news this morning. Let's join her.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat and Ruth. It's good to have you join us on the news this morning. I'm Hadiza Naja'atu Tijani. President Muhammadu Buhari says no matter what anybody thinks, the governing All Progressives Congress has lived up to expectation in placing Nigeria on the path to sustainable future and prosperity. Speaking at a state banquet organized in his honor in Bauchi, the president gave reasons for not joining issues with authors of letters written against his administration. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu reports.
President Muhammadu Buhari was emphatic that given the circumstances inherited from the misrule of the past, his administration has not failed the nation.
I'm very happy with the performance of our party, the All Progressive Congress. When a letter was written portraying our failure as an administration, my press chap came that he should reply. I say no. I say no for two reasons. One, he is much younger than the person who wrote the letter and myself. Two, he came from the same constituency with the person who wrote the letter. But when Lai Mohammed came, Lai Mohammed, okay, is from Kwara. I said he should go away. He said he is not going. I said, why? He said, let me give him a chance to explain what he wanted to do. I said, okay, go on. He said what he would do, he would not mention names. He would only try to remind Nigerians where the country was when we came in, where we are in now, and what we have done in between with the resources available to us. And eventually I have to admit he was right and I was wrong. Because a number of people who could get in touch with me said Lai has done a good job. I therefore agree with Lai that the question is to continue to remind people.
The governing APC, the president said, will remain focused in addressing Nigeria's fundamental problems of insecurity, corruption, economy, and joblessness.
On my visit to states, there is nothing that concentrates in my mind like the number of young people on the street. Now, if you think that 10, 15 years, when some of us would have gone, no matter how reluctantly, those chaps are going to face a future where if there's no infrastructure, with the population explosion, we are going to have a problem in this country. Gentlemen, you are all in places of responsibility. You will lead people. Without justice, we are going to have a problem in the next world, more than here. Please keep on telling people, let them make all the sacrifice they can to educate their children. If we educate people, there is a level below which they will not operate. And they will look after themselves. And they will not be susceptible to ethnic and religious manipulation. But when you leave people in ignorance, then you move them left, right, and center, and there will be no progress. You are a crop of leadership of this state. That's why I talk to you on what is worrying me most. Let us see how much we can put in education.
President Buhari, however, used the opportunity to commend the people of Bauchi for the show of support, which he described as overwhelming.
I never hired any crowd because I was not in a position to hire them. But I'm very pleased. People voluntarily turn up, challenge the weather in that heat and so on. They are sweating, they remain for hours, and they will just wanted to see me and say hello. Now good.
Governor Mohammed Abubakar said Bauchi State cannot thank President Buhari enough for the tremendous benefits derived under his presidency.
We will pray that the Almighty Allah will grant you long life, will grant you good health to enable you carry on the good work that you are doing of salvaging the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The governor reassured the president of continued support and loyalty of the people. From Bauchi, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari is reassuring Nigerians that the unity of the country will remain one of the paramount objectives of his administration. This while receiving a delegation of Tijaniya movement led by Sheikh Muhammadu Ibrahim Inyas. State House correspondent again, Adamu Sambu, reports.
President Muhammadu Buhari told the delegation that he will continue to do everything within his powers to unite Nigeria. He commended members of the religious group for the peaceful conduct of their last convention and urged them to bring same to bear in promoting peace, unity, and interreligious harmony in the country. He also lauded the movement for complementing government efforts at bringing socio-economic development and stability by encouraging discipline, unity, and spirituality amongst the Ummah. President Buhari promised to seek and uphold justice at all times in service to the nation and humanity. Leader of the group, Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Inyas, assured the president of continued support and cooperation in the execution of his noble agenda for the benefit of all Nigerians. He urged the Nigerian leader not to relent in his national salvation drive, but remain accountable, incorruptible, and God-fearing. As he puts it, majority of us are with your government and will totally support your efforts at returning Nigeria to the path of greater progress and development.
We are more than 60 million in this country, the Tijaniya order. And we are opening ways for government in order to see naturally how to give us that opening in time to have a positive partnership.
The movement, however, told the president to note that even the Holy Prophet Muhammad was never totally accepted in his lifetime, but only after he had long gone, people saw the wisdom in his preaching and sacrifices. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
A significant milestone to the cleanup of the environment in Ogoni land was achieved today with the signing of the escrow agreement meant to govern the operation of the bank accounts into which funds for the program would be paid and dispensed. The step, as stated by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, is a further demonstration of the federal government's commitment to its vision for a new Niger Delta and significant in the implementation of the United Nations Environment Report on the cleanup. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
The signing of the escrow agreement, as noted by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, is a very significant step in the implementation of the United Nations Environment Report on the cleanup of Ogoni land, and an indication that the federal government is sincere with its promises to the people of the region. The takeoff of the Maritime University is a pointer to this, he says.
I just want to emphasize that the government is committed to ensuring that we see that the vision for the new vision for engagement in the Niger Delta is faithfully executed, and again, this is one of those critical components of that engagement, the Ogoni cleanup. Provide the basis for efficient.
Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Ogoni Trust Fund, Olawale Edun, says the escrow agreement and the corresponding bank accounts would provide the basis for efficient, transparent, and a world-class in the handling of funds that are going to be provided by the joint venture partners, that is, the international oil companies, the NNPC, and other funds that may be attracted for the project.
We have already paid out in advance, in anticipation, $10 million so the preliminary activity could start. Now, with the signing of the formal escrow agreement, which governs the bank accounts into which the bulk of the money will be paid, we are now set for the full rollout of the Ogoni cleanup project as put together by HIPREP under the Governing Council. We have $170 million that has already been put in process. That's the first tranche. The drawdown has commenced for that, and imminently the account will be bulging with that sum.
As it says, $1 billion was recommended by the United Nations Environment Report and agreed to by authorities. The rest, he says, would come over the next 4 years. And the State House, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
The federal government has declared Tuesday, the 1st of May 2018, as a public holiday to celebrate the 2018 Workers' Day. Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Ambazo, in a statement, congratulated Nigerian workers on their loyalty, strength of service and dedication to building a greater nation. While soliciting the continued support of Nigerian workers in government's effort to reposition the economy, the minister appreciated the role workers play in government activities and in keeping faith with the present administration in its quest to build a better Nigeria. And now to sports. Supreme Court rules on NFF leadership tussle as 2018 Nigeria Premier Handball League kicks off in Abuja. Ayodeji Makinde brings us details on sports update.
The Supreme Court of Nigeria Friday in Abuja ordered the retrial of the case between NFF President Amaju Pinnick and the embattled NFF factional leader Chris Giwa at the Federal High Court in Jos.
Even if they are going back for a trial, those orders made by the Federal High Court Jos, removing and setting aside the Congress upon which Amaju Pinnick was elected, those orders are still valid and subsisting by the judgment of the Supreme Court of today.
Meanwhile, the Amaju Pinnick-led board of the Nigeria Football Federation via its Twitter handle says the Apex Court's verdict does not imply Amaju's removal from office. 34 professional golfers from 8 countries have begun the chase for the $25,000 purse prize of the 3rd West Africa Golf Tour Port Harcourt Classic, which teed off Thursday. Omobolanle Obayomi reports that the tournament climaxes Saturday.
It's a way of exposing talents. It's a way of bringing international competition and prominent people into a particular community.
A league management board has been constituted in Abuja ahead of the 2017-2018 Kwese Premier Nigeria Basketball League, which tips off May the 6th with 16 teams in contention.
I am telling you that Kwese Premier Basketball League, by the grace of God, has come to stay. The task is now our own to prepare our teams.
12 male and 10 female teams are competing in the 2018 Nigeria Premier Handball League, which kicked off in Abuja Friday with Plateau Vipers in yellow losing 23-30 goals against Kada Stars, just as Seasiders Babes of Lagos in blue lost 22-32 goals to Kada Queens.
I've already prepared my team. All I know when I come here, I'm going to beat the teams.
The league ends May 6 with sports updates. Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
That's a wrap on NTA News. We're going back to Weekend Deal.
Thank you very much, Hadiza, and very nice to see you this morning. Thank you for staying with us. Let's head straight to our papers. And I have just 2 here with me, and I'm starting with the Independent. Now, just above the masthead, Remembering Me, Mofe Damijo. You find that story on page 22. Now, she'll be remembered for that her enchanting smile. She was a publisher of Classic magazine. Exactly 22 years ago, March 23rd marked that she passed on. All right, let's move on. Next to that, I will not compromise on Nigeria's unity, President Buhari. The story is on page 4. And to the leading story now, WAEC leak, police bust criminal ring. That story is on page 9. Alleged 805 million naira fraud. Court grants Senator Nwabushi bail. You'll find that story when you go to page 5. 6 killed, 9 wounded in Boko Haram attack in Maiduguri. That story is on page 8. How female corps member died during exercise. That's sad. And you find that story on page 4. Ebuka's top fashion moments at Big Brother Niger. Check out. You want to check them out. You find that on page 22. Why I stopped body enhancement. That's popular Modukbe Ozolua, beg your pardon. And you find that story on page 30. That's the outlook for the Independent, and Blueprint is up next. Now below the masthead is saying Tambua's spokesperson Malam Imam buried in Abuja. He died yesterday, and may his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. And you find that story on page 9. Next to that, 2019, those who may leave APC. Find out who on page 18 and 20. Nigeria's unity, my paramount objective. We've seen that from The Independent. That statement is attributed to President Buhari, and the story is on page 8. $496 million aircraft. NAS blows hot. Intrigues as impeachment plot thickens. Saraki Dogara in the eye of the storm. All right, the story is inside the paper. No rivalry between Dahiru Bauchi and Ishiaka Rabiu in Tijaniya sect. Sheikh Maraya. That story is on page 13 and 14. And just below that is on Benue massacre. Echoes of Zaki Biam. You find the read on page 15 and 16. Kannywood pioneers have nothing to show for it. That statement is attributed to Mohammed Sani Gwarzo Tambuleki, and you find that story on page 22. All right, Passmon, it's over to you.
Yeah, let's quickly see what Saturday Sun has for us this morning. On the top right corner, you have a story: ex-generals, governors regroup for 2019 battle. Seek Gowon OBJ IBB support. You find details of these on page 39. And the bold headline: Benue Catholic Church killings. Oh God, why did you forsake me? Mother of slain priest laments. You find details of these on page 12 and 13. And below that, you have killings. Khan accuses security chiefs of gang up against Christians. But there's a rider from the presidency, from the president: Nigeria's unity, my paramount objective. And that is so much hope for us. Wike canvasses separate minimum wage for states. You find details of these on page 11. And the last story there: how Oyo speaker, Tambuwal's media advisor, died. Details of these on page 45. Let's quickly see what sport has for us this morning. Sporting Sun. The Supreme Court refers Giwa's case against Pinnick to Jos High Court. Details on page 2. And then the bold headline there is: PSG offers Wenger 4-year deal. You find this story on the back page. And give me the cash. Luis Enrique demands £200 million. Gunners transfer war chest. There's some heavy bucks, and I think Gunners are really going to have a great club there this time around. Iniesta confirms Barca exit. You'll find details of these on page 4. And then down the story there: Champions League. Frank Ribery warns Real Madrid the war is not over yet. I think this one is the fallout of the last match, which they lost to Real Madrid by 2-1. You find details of these on the back page. Then on the local league, you have Lobby Stars to raid Pillars and Rangers. And Bayelsa United may lose at home ground. You find details of these on page 6. And then there's an interview, Gennard Raw, why I can't marry a Nigerian. You just need to find details of these on page 5 and know why this great man will not want to marry a Nigerian. I think that's all from Sporting Sun, and we're going straight to have a short break, and after that Weekend Deals continues.
Unemployment, notably youth unemployment, features strongly in our party's manifesto. We intend to attack the problem frontally through revival of agriculture.
Is going a long way. Actually, I bought an acre of land for 60K like 2012, and presently I have a cassava farm and a yam farm.
reorganized, trained, and fully equipped. We are the new improved Nigeria Police Force. We fight crime. We bust syndicates. Whatever the crime, wherever the hideout, the Nigeria Police Force will get you busted. Stop kidnapping, armed robbery, murder, pipeline vandalism, and other criminal activities. Be productive. Be security conscious. Join the police force to secure your life and property. This message is from the Nigeria Police Force Public Relations Department.
Our team is visiting schools to teach children how to protect themselves from diseases. Do you know how we get illnesses like diarrhea, cough, and cold? No! They are spread through germs which are everywhere. You collect germs that cause diseases. You pick up germs from any surface, like when you don't wash your hands after going to the toilet, while playing. And then you can get sick because of germs. That's why you need to fight germs to stay healthy by washing your hands and taking your bath with Dettol soap to protect from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Wash, wash, wash your hands. What you have to do is bath yourself. Dettol soap every day. Wash, wash, wash your hands.
Madam. Brought us as usual.
As usual. You have no problem. You are welcome, sir.
As usual, yeah?
Welcome. You take that one. You take that one. You don't understand? We want Nigerian homegrown rice. Finish. You don't have? You don't have?
Join the rice revolution today.
No other rice that tastes like Nigerian rice. Are you sorry? That's the Nigerian rice we are talking about. Chocolate made in Nigerian rice. Healthy food. I'm going to bring Mrs. Mobu to come to chocolate rice of made in Nigeria here. And see how it are made.
Correct.
And how they are cooked.
Correct.
Homegrown rice are good for your health. It boosts our economy and give employment to our people.
This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thrift collection has been an age-long medium of saving among people.
It's very good for trader.
However, not everybody is honest, and some have been known to run away with other people's sweats.
I promise you, when you join Minister Fred, is your cooperated by force.
How careful can people be about entrusting their money to dubious Osusu collectors?
What do you mean by park? Park to the motor park or park to where? What are you talking about? Wait! I am the highest investor here.
Your rib-cracking comedy, Professor John Bull, this week takes a comic look at the issues surrounding Osusu contribution and collection in this episode titled Osusu Contribution.
This is Osusu Morias.
I feel soporific and Pablo.
Join us and laugh like never before.
Mr. Madoya, I believe that's your name. Go on. What is now your question?
I don't forget the question.
Easy, over and out.
Brought to you by Glow.
The largest data network, Glow Unlimited.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the daring and invincible Louis the Mosquito. Responsible for 200 malaria cases all on its own. Is there anything that can kill Louis? Morphine! Presenting Mortise Power Guard. Its powerful formula kills malaria mosquitoes fast. So, get Mortise Power Guard.
Interview him that day.
Where they met, talk to.
I'm acknowledging you for who you are. Dansa Kire, Dansa Kire Baba. Hi everybody, my name is Lara George and you are watching Weekend Deal on NTA.
Okay, Passmon has been cracking me up. Welcome back. It is Weekend Deal, Africa's biggest deal. Now, music has a way of just lifting up our souls. And I don't know if you like classical music, but after seeing this piece, your perception might change. We present to you Future Symphony by Abiodun Koya, presented in a theatrical, futuristic and sci-fi themed concert. Let's see it.
This is not just an ordinary performance, but an addiction to the power of glorious voices and a high sense of vocal art. It was the Future Symphony, Days of the Avenger concert, that took place recently in Abuja, organized by Abiodun Koya, a Nigerian-born classical and opera singer, where she took the audience to a whole new planet.
Mystery, the morn was cold and chill, as the shade of the cross arose upon a lonely hill, as a shield of lost rivers upon a lonely hill.
Famous American pianist and classical musician Daniel Solberg was featured at the concert. Together with Abiodun Koya, it was soul-lifting as their sonorous voices overwhelmed the atmosphere.
All'orizzonte mancano le parole, sì lo so che non sei qui con me, mia luna tu sei qui con me, mio sole tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me.
Classical music is an art rooted in the traditions of Western culture, and Abiodun Koya is one of the very few professional trained opera singers of an African origin who is a master in the art. With so much dexterity and passion, they brought life on stage through music, using classical rendition, giving a sense of nostalgic feeling that only classical music brings.
Actually have a new appreciation for classical music. This is now something that is big in Nigeria, but I think what my sister has done tonight is definitely got a lot of people interested in classical music, and this is just a starting point. It's going to get bigger.
I found the level of cultural entertainment very surprising and beyond my expectations, so I'm very positively impressed with the event tonight.
Music is like football. It gathers people around, it releases the love that we have within us, and you just have to reach out to one another. I think music is a tool of reconciliation and peace. And it's so refreshing to find out that we're not just into African music, but that Africans can play the different skills.
This unique spirit that she has of self-starting and bringing things to life. I sang a David Bowie piece. Who would have thought we would have done Bach and also Bowie on the same concert? So I hope that people that enjoyed this evening will take home that joy of the music that we created, and I hope that they will also take that enthusiasm and cultivate more music like this for the people of Nigeria, to bring that enthusiasm that uplifts our souls and takes our spirits to a higher plane of existence.
I feel so excited, I'm happy, I'm grateful to God. To God be the glory, to God be the glory. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We need to come together as one. We need to love ourselves and appreciate the country we live in. It's got so much potentials. We should stop talking bad about this country. It has produced giants and heroes, so we should make it happen. It's time to pay it back.
To crown the night, Abiodun performed her latest piece on Lift Up Nigeria.
I will lift up my army with my voice. I will lift Nigeria over here. There you go.
Indeed, no better way to lift up Nigeria than uniting and standing with one voice.
I will lift up we can deal with my voice.
Seriously? Not Nigeria, we can deal.
Yes, we can deal, we can deal. That was just it for Abiodun Koya. I think that was a wonderful show. It was a wonderful outing.
You need to be there to feel the impact, to have the effect on you. It was just breathtaking.
I didn't really need to be there. Even here, I'm just as entertained.
Beautiful. You know, Abiodun Koya is one person who is set to change the face of classical music in Nigeria and impact the world. And she's doing it just right. Well done. Well done.
I agree. But basically, I think you can't do this with malaria in you.
Oh no, you have to always be in good health.
It's not possible. You have to always be in good health. And talking about malaria, which is one pandemic that has actually ravaged our entire society for several years now. Africa, call it, domesticated almost in Nigeria. I think efforts to eradicate this pandemic is quite in good light, and right in the studio here we're shortly going to be joined by some people, some experts who are going to be talking about how to eradicate this scourge. But before then, let's take this background down.
Mosquito-borne blood disease caused by a Plasmodium parasite. It is transmitted to humans through the bite of the Anopheles mosquito. In Nigeria, malaria is highly endemic, where it accounts for 60% outpatient visits to health facilities. 30% childhood deaths, and 11% of maternal death. The financial loss due to malaria annually is estimated to be about 132 billion naira in form of treatment costs, prevention, loss of man-hours, etc. In 2016, an estimated 216 million cases of malaria occurred worldwide and 445,000 people died, mostly children in the African region. Most malaria deaths occur at home without confirmation of diagnosis. The reality is that in the poorest rural areas where malaria takes its highest toll, it is difficult to obtain accurate data. However, Nigeria has renewed its efforts by committing to raise malaria up the national priority list, including securing $300 million in new financing from some international banks to help finance its national malaria strategy. Even though concerted efforts have been made towards the control of malaria, its elimination has continued to be a mirage. So many problems have been encountered as a result of policy issues, management, implementation, compliance, and sustenance. However, the future still holds considerable promises, with new dimensions being explored. All right, let's continue the conversation here in the studio with that background there. And yes, during the week, Malaria Day, 25th of April to be precise, it was widely talked about, and we will continue to talk about it if we want to eliminate malaria from Nigeria. And the theme for this year states, ready to beat malaria. Well, are we ready to beat malaria? That's the big question. We have two guests here joined us in the studio, doctors actually. Please make welcome Dr. Diwe Ekweremadu. He's the Deputy Chief of Party CRS Global Fund Malaria. CRS is Catholic Relief Services. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Joining him is the beautiful Dr. Inena Ogulafo. She's the Head Case Management Branch of National Malaria Elimination Program. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Ruth, for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here too.
Thank
now,
you.
Let's begin with you, Dr. Ekweremadu. For Nigeria, this is one fight. If we're talking elimination of malaria completely, this is one fight that has been ongoing for a very long time. Yes, we have recorded strides, but there was a reversal. Record shows that from 2015 to 2017, there was a drop. About 1.1 million people were affected with malaria. Now, what's your take on that?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to speak to Nigeria about the World Malaria Day. For us, any single death related to malaria is unacceptable. So we will not rest until we are sure that there are zero death attributable to malaria in our society. And I must say we've made a lot of progress. The prevalence of malaria has actually dropped, to 27% as at 2015, and that's really something we like to celebrate. But like I said earlier, there's still so much work to be done. And this success is largely attributable to the work done by everyone, really, the government of Nigeria, partners, individuals, who do the right thing by, sleeping inside their nets, testing themselves or going for tests when they have fever, and insisting on the right treatment. So, yes, prevalence is actually going down, and we are continuing in that direction. We are hoping that everybody will be ready to play their part to ensure that by this time next year we would have made a lot more progress than the much we have made now.
Okay, I like the fact you said by this time next year, 2019, but there's a vision 2020. The strategy was changed in 2016, from malaria control, and the key target is elimination by 2020. Now, what's the progress so far? Are we going to beat malaria by 2020 for Nigeria?
Thank you, Ruth. Yes, we're certain. Okay. Because all hands are on deck, from the government, like my colleague said, from our partners, and then of course from you, the gentlemen and ladies of the media. Yeah, so we are certain that by 2019, like our national strategic plan says, that we will get to the elimination phase. 2020, sorry, we'll get to the elimination phase. Like my colleague said too, the prevalence has dropped from 42% in 2010 to 27% in 2015, according to our malaria indicator survey. So we're certain that, we'll have a headway by 2020.
And if we must, beat malaria, funds are required. And Nigeria, findings reveal that Nigeria has a financing gap of about 504 billion naira if we must fight malaria. Now, the challenge of funding is very serious. I want you to talk on that issue.
The strategies for achieving the goal that my colleague talked about is actually in different phases. So the government has a role to play, in terms of funding, in terms of creating the enabling environment for partners to come in and support. Individuals also have a role to play in terms of ensuring that they get bed nets, what we call long-lasting insecticidal nets. Ensure that you sleep inside that net every night. Ensure that your entire family sleeps inside that net every night. We also advise people, like I mentioned earlier, to go get a test when they have fever or headache or any of the symptoms, that are symptoms suggestive of malaria. We also advise communities, if there's a pregnant woman around you, please advise her, go register for antenatal care. They are, the vulnerable group. Together, if we play our parts, we will surely achieve a malaria-free Nigeria.
Now, timely reporting and timely detection of active cases, is something that has cost a lot of lives. Now, for people, someone was sharing with me how a little boy died because he wasn't taken to the hospital on time. And we have a lot of cases like that. What's your take on that? How can people, beat that if we have to control malaria?
Yeah, thank you very much. Like we've always said, the basis is on prompt diagnosis, so once you notice that fever, headache, it's always advisable to go straight, to the hospital, as early as possible. And then, like my colleague said too, it needs to be taken, like that. It has to be tested. Don't assume it's malaria, So that early prompt diagnosis is important, and immediately it's confirmed that it's malaria, the effective treatment, which is ACT, we're kind of also advocating to the public, to the health workers, that monotherapies isn't in order anymore, because they are kind of leading to resistance, and also even not giving the health worker per se, confidence that you're doing the right thing, because, you stay with the fever or whatever, the symptoms are not going simply because, you haven't targeted it well. Because also part of the intervention that the program is doing is working with the pharmaceuticals, to the pharmacists, telling them the RDTs, are readily available. Rapid diagnostic test kits for malaria are readily available, and we're saying that they are more than 90% sensitive. So when they say it's positive, it's actually positive, and when it is negative, it's really not malaria, and then you should search further for the cause of that fever. And so the place of the pharmacist, is to then, refer that person to say, go to the hospital. This fever is not as a result of malaria.
Okay, and I know the enlightenment has been there when you tell people, oh, sleep under treated mosquito nets, bed nets rather. Yes, mosquito nets.
That's correct.
So, and also, keep your environment clean and all of that. But yet, you still see a lot of people still fall victim of this disease. Now, I want you to sensitize us more. People still keep stagnant water around their houses, and those in the rural communities don't have access to those treated mosquito nets. Now, how far-reaching is the campaign?
Okay, great. Yeah, like you mentioned, you would think that it's fairly easy for people to go out there, go to the supermarket, grab a bed net, and ensure that your whole family is sleeping inside there. But sometimes it's down to priorities. If you don't get your priorities right, you may actually be spending on the wrong things.
Yes.
You'll be amazed, how cheap, how affordable these nets are. So that's why every opportunity we have, we keep singing that song. Please go get a bed net. Please ensure that you're sleeping inside a bed net. So you do yourself a favor when you do that, and you're also doing the entire society a favor. So you talked about the stagnant water. Now we have a whole lot of health benefits from keeping the environment clean, from ensuring that you don't keep stagnant water around. There are all sorts of waterborne diseases out there.
Dr. Ogbulafo, I know there are lots of chemical laden mosquito repellents that people use to prevent mosquito bites and all of that. But how safe are some of these chemicals? There are some you just rub on your skin and all of that. So how safe are they?
They are basically safe. Okay. Once in a while you could have maybe some kind of a body reaction. That's just like a reaction. Anybody can react to anything. Just like some people even complain, when they sleep under the mosquito net, they kind of have some kind of, but it's just, mild reaction and there is no cause for alarm, So, but these are basically what we encourage people to do. Like, it's important to know that the female Anopheles mosquito that carries the parasite feeds in the evenings, basically. So, most times, those repellents, that you apply to your body, it's advised in the evenings, because that's when these mosquitoes come in, they fly in, and then of course the barrier to the houses, like the mosquito net for windows, it's well advised, and then also shutting of doors, especially in the evening. We also advise before you use the bed net, you should air, not exactly under the direct sun, like under the shade for a couple of hours to allow those chemicals to clear off.
And talking about reaction, I know there are some malaria drugs you take, anti-malaria drugs, and even the malaria drugs itself. Sometimes you take them and it's not effective. Why is it so? Which one should people look out for? Which is, more effective?
Yeah, Ruth, that's why we're saying you should test first. Okay. Most times you talk about that when actually the fever is not as a result of malaria. Yes. Okay, so that's why we have said, the RDTs are readily available, and they give you results under 15-20 minutes. And also we know that the microscopy remains the gold standard. So if you test your fever, before you commence your medications, then you know that you're actually dealing with malaria. Most times people don't do that. They assume is their malaria in quotes, and so that way the drugs are not working and they're like, it's not working, so these are the key things. And also the effective drugs are important. The ACTs are the effective drugs, the artemisinin combined therapy, so basically they are dealing, clearing the parasites from two angles, targeting both the gametocytes, and also the sporocytes, the schizons. So that way it works better, and that's part of why we're also saying monotherapies like chloroquine or
Thank you.
That was a chat with one of our ace producers then, who produced one of NTA's best, call it AM Express. And after that interview, let's just go on a short break. AM Express, weekend deal, sorry, we'll be back.
Visiting schools to teach children how to protect themselves from diseases. Do you know how we get illnesses like diarrhea, cough, and cold? No! They are spread through germs which are everywhere. You collect germs that cause diseases. You pick up germs from any surface, like when you don't wash your hands after going to the toilet, while playing. And then you can get sick because of germs. That's why you need to fight germs to stay healthy by washing your hands and taking your bath with Dettol soap to protect from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Wash, wash, wash your hands. What you have to do is bath yourself. Dettol soap every day. Wash, wash, wash your hands.
Your perfect family is under threat by germs. Infectious diseases are now the world's biggest killer of adults and children. Every day, 16,000 children under the ages of 5 and thousands of adults die from infectious diseases. These infectious diseases are caused by germs. They are everywhere. An average human being comes in contact with over 1 million germs daily. in unclean water, dirty surfaces, in the toilet, on cuts and wounds, on your clothes. Germs can cause deadly diseases like typhoid, diarrhea, flu, and cough. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 Cap Full for surface cleaning in your bathing water, in your laundry water, for first aid, to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol Sure. Endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
I interview him that day where they met talk to.
You're watching Weekend Deal. Enjoy the show. My name is T-Mac.
Yeah, welcome back from that break, and let me look at my time.
It's time for breakfast.
It should be time for breakfast now, and I don't know.
I'm hungry, actually.
You are? Okay, please, let's just look at chili chicken, egg, fried rice. That's what we're going to have on breakfast now. Let's just go to our kitchen and just have that on Quick Cuisine.
Welcome to the Quick Cuisine again. This is your chef Vishnu again. Today we are going to prepare a very nice meal, nice Chinese meal, chicken chili and egg fried rice. So I want you to know the ingredients for that recipe. This is green pepper, red pepper and onion cubes. This is chopped garlic. This is spring onions, chicken breast. We cut it into cubes. Oyster sauce, light soy sauce, white vinegar, red chili sauce, crushed black pepper, white pepper powder, salt, corn flour, white flour. That's 2 beaten egg. That's our boiled rice or egg fried rice. Let me wash my hand. We need to fry this chicken. So before we fry, we need to put some spices, and we do coating and we fry it in the oil. 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce. And we are going to put some corn flour, white flour, and some egg. I have 1 egg. Let's add some more flour. Now we are going to mix it. Now we are going to fry our chicken slowly. I am frying my chicken one by one so that it will not stick on the oil. Now you can see my chicken is ready now. I am going to remove it on the kitchen towel so that it will absorb the oil. Now we are going to do the final preparation for the chicken chili. Let's start putting some oil. Let's get the oil. Let's put some chopped garlic. Now we are going to add our onion, green pepper and red pepper. For about 1 minute. Our light soy sauce. dark soy sauce, oyster sauce. That's our red chili powder. Since it's chicken chili, we are going to put enough chili. You can reduce it if you don't like chili. That's our white vinegar. This is our white pepper, half teaspoon. Salt. Salt for taste. And this is our chicken stock. That's 1 cube. Okay. Now let's saute this one. Now we can add our chicken. I will saute this for a few seconds. You can see it's looking so nice and it smells so nice. My chicken chili is ready. Now final, we are going to put some spring onions. This will give you a nice flavor. It's ready. Now it's time to make our egg fried rice. Let's put some oil. Oil is hot. Now let's put the egg. I'm going to scramble the egg now. Now let's put some spring onions, some salt, and some white pepper of the egg. Now you can see my egg is beautifully scrambled. Now we're going to add our boiled rice. Now as you can see, I'm frying the rice. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of dark soy sauce. It will give you a nice flavor. Finally, my egg fried rice is also ready. Now let's turn off the flame. And let's do the plating. Now for the plating, we are going to start with our chicken chili. Let's do it. Now let's garnish with some spring onions. Our chicken chili is ready. That's our egg fried rice. Also, we are going to garnish this with some spring onions. You can see our chicken chili and egg fried rice. Enjoy your meal.
Oh, this food is the best.
Okay, mouth watering delicacy there, and because of the way the food was just going, one of our cameramen said, all this, to console himself, all these things, they last for belly 1 hour, I don't come out. Now lie. But you know, my own challenge with this kind of menu food is the fact that the ingredients, sometimes you can't get all of it right.
Them, yes,
that's the challenge.
Yes. But I think for those who can have, I think it's just something worth trying.
Right.
The sight of it alone is like
very appetizing. And yeah, that was quite innovative, creative, and artistic. And that also applies to our local delicacies. But we're asking you, which would you prefer, foreign or local? Let's go to the street.
How's the rice?
It sounds good. Very conscious of your children.
Some children in my house.
I prefer local delicacies because they are rich in everything and they are fresh, unlike what you see overseas. In US or in Europe, what you keep eating is burger all those kind of things. When I traveled to Holland sometime, I was looking out for African shops where I found plantain and some Nigerian African food, and I purchased and ate. So there are, you can't compare Nigerian food with European or overseas delicacies. And they themselves know. I have a friend who is a German. He was working in Lagos. Each time we used to go to Epe in Lagos. He will eat amala, eat fresh fish in Epe, and then enjoy himself. He will tell me, Walter, your food is good. So you can't compare Nigerian delicacies anywhere. We are rich in delicacies in this country.
Very local dishes because I deal with it and I even like it more than the foreign dishes. The main reason why I like it much is that I can prepare it and I can say much about it. I can even give the recipe and I can say everything about local dishes. The local dishes is more nutritious than the foreign dishes because it can contain much money. It will not need much money like the foreign dishes.
Always local. As an African, I think our delicacies are the best because we have like everything in our delicacies. We have protein, we have so many vitamins that we have in one dish. It is not like you have to eat this to get all the nutrients. In one dish, you can find like almost all the nutrients. So I think I prefer our local delicacies.
80% of the food content is natural. It has not gone any kind of process. So that's why I would prefer local delicacies. And I'm acquainted to that. So if I should survive for a long time, asking between these two, I'll choose local delicacies.
I'm going to go for local delicacies. Yeah.
Right.
I prefer local delicacies, and in terms of health also, I think I'm going to go for local delicacies because if you take a comparison between the people of today and people of the old, you know, our grannies, grandpa, you see them, they are even up to 100 years, 120, but they are still healthy, young. They are not into these foreign delicacies. So I think our own local delicacies have a vital role to play in our life. Of course, it is local delicacies I will prefer because I'm not a foreigner, I'm in Nigeria, and I was not born with foreign delicacies. I was born and brought up with my local delicacies. So when it comes on, I will always prefer my local delicacies.
I prefer local delicacies. The reason is because it's easy to prepare and it's not that, as in, it's cheaper to prepare, you understand? Yeah, I have another reason because if you check out all the foreign food, has chemical component that, you know, it might have effect in your body one way or the other. So the natural one that we all know, like you want to do eba, you just put a four, you know, oil, everything is just kind of natural. You can just run it in a way that you know you can get satisfied with it. It's better off than begin to chemically arrange food, you know. It's not ideal.
You have the right to very conscious of your children.
To my house.
Well, I know some people will be saying your mama's something, no, they ever bad, but it's not about that too. I think this one is real, and as I'm sitting down, Ruth, there is one. If you are lucky to still have a grandmother or an old woman, prepare ikende for you.
What is ikende?
Until I bring it.
Bring it though. But the beauty about our local delicacies is the fact that it still binds us in a way. Yeah. Now, I'm from Edo State, but I can't do without. I love tuwo shinkafa, I love amala. You're from Cross River, and I know you enjoy amala. You know, there are certain little things that binds us. If we just check it out, we'll stay united.
Yes, yes.
All right.
All right. That was views from the streets there, and we're back here just to hook up with Godwin and Akena on Sports Summit. Just enjoy it.
She's given her best to our dear nation Nigeria when it comes to playing the game of table tennis. She's not ready to retire. She says she's still got another Olympics to go. Is she going to be there in Tokyo in 2020? Only time will tell. My name is Godwin Enagala. Very good morning to you. Thank you for joining me in a sports summit on Weekend Deal. I did say that we have a superwoman in the studio with us this morning. She doesn't need any introduction for those who follow table tennis. She's simply known as Funke Oshonaike.
Hey, Anu. Look, I got something for you.
A football, Chubby?
Hey, Adu, come watch a game with your uncle and I.
Please, go. I'm okay, thanks. The kind of person that you asked me to be. My brother say you love me, I love him too. I tell him I will do anything for you. But it's strange.
So many goals I scored.
No get you.
No school too.
I look I'm like this, say who are you?
So Daddy, you sure those blues pay yesterday, right?
You sure did.
Those 3 points are sure for us today.
Remind me how.
Game's about to start.
Quickly.
Funke, how are you doing this morning? It's good to have you in our studio.
I'm very, very fine, thank you.
What are you doing in Nigeria?
I'm actually here for a competition, so I've decided again to give back to the society. So I'm having a competition for the younger ones. I'm having under 21 years of age for the younger ones, you know, just to give back, to make them happy, and I can be able to celebrate my birthday with them.
How long have you been playing tennis for Nigeria?
I've been representing Nigeria since I was 14, and Funke Oshonaike is going to be 44, so we can do plus and minus. So I've been representing Nigeria for more than 25 years.
For those who do not know, I learned you are a mother. You're married.
Yes, I'm married and I have 2 boys, 2 wonderful, I'll call them beautiful. They're beautiful kids, you know, that is making mommy very, very happy.
Where are they?
They live in Hamburg, Germany.
How long have you been outside of Nigeria?
I left Nigeria in 1994. That means I've spent like 24 years in Europe.
Now, you have a competition that ends today in Nigeria. Tell us, at the end of the day, what will give you joy?
What will give me joy at the end of the day is to see the children very, very happy and to have a lot of gifts for my friends and loved ones on my birthday.
Because today's your birthday.
Exactly.
Hey, Anu. Look, I got something for you.
A football, Chubby?
Hey, Adu, come watch a game with your uncle and I.
Please, go. I'm okay, thanks. The kind of person that you asked me to be. My brother say you love me, I love him too. I tell him I will do anything for you. But it's strange.
So many goals I scored.
No get you.
No school too.
I look I'm like this, say who are you?
So Daddy, you sure those blues pay yesterday, right?
You sure did.
Those 3 points are sure for us today.
Remind me how.
Game's about to start.
Quickly.
The state of table tennis in Nigeria.
Things have actually really changed, you know, because back then, you know, like I normally tell people, we used to have competition every year. But unfortunately, things have changed. We really have 3 or 4 in a year, you know, and that is why Funke Oshonaike really want to help. You know, even right now we only have one person, which is Karuna, you understand, that is really represents Nigeria in the world.
So what would you say to your colleagues, I'm talking about athletes, who are complaining every day about Nigeria?
Please, we should stop complaining. Complaining is not going to solve anything, because if I'm complaining to, I've been going through a lot of things lately, I won't be here. But because of the love and the passion I have for sport, because of the fact that I know that I can really help out. So no matter what you're thinking of, please don't give up. Don't ever, just come here, think about the people that you're going to help. You don't really have to think about the situation in Nigeria. The situation in Nigeria is affecting everybody, you understand? But do your part and leave the rest. Please don't give. Come back home and help somebody.
Thank you, Funke, for talking to us, and happy birthday once again.
Thank you very much, Godwin.
Thank you. She says she's expecting a diamond at the end of today. Today is her birthday. She's 44. How many women will talk about their ages? She also says to our colleagues, come back home. Let's build a dear nation, Nigeria. That is how far we can go on this edition of Sports Summit on the Weekend Deal. As always, we don't leave you without giving you something exciting. We are dedicating the show to Funke Oshonaike. Enjoy what she did while she was still in her prime. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Godwin, for that. Bringing us Funke Oshonaike, one remarkable tennis player.
Yes, quite remarkable. And even to even imagine that somebody like that is 44, she doesn't even just look it.
She doesn't look it, and she's still very active.
Yes.
I remember when she represented Nigeria in Summer Olympics in 2012, and she did very well.
Yes.
All right.
Well, it's just to wish her happy birthday from all of us here.
Belated birthday. All right. So thank you so much for being part of the deal today. We want to see you bright and early tomorrow, 7 a.m. But do have a beautiful day ahead. Bye-bye.
And from me, is just remain there tomorrow. We'll be here again. Goodbye.
Let's go and eat.
Is it the chili chicken?
NTA2Lagos Network Center.
Like the vintage wine, it can only get better, and that's what you get on Nigeria's most authoritative, educative and entertainment breakfast show, Morning Ride. Morning Ride, better improved, now comes to you for 1.5 hours every Saturday, 10 to 11:30, with added packages which include the news updates, trending on the social media, children's gist, in addition to the regulars, just for your viewing delights, and you can catch our repeat broadcast ads. For participation and advert placement, please contact the producer or call our marketing department on Morning Ride. Enjoy a jolly good ride.
NTA2Lagos Network Center brings you broadcast service wherever and whenever through our social media platforms, now live on just a click away. Global news, sports, business reports, politics, issues, events and happenings around the world, your favorite past and present TV programs, drama, documentaries, and for your news headlines, log on to www.youtube.com/NTA2Lagos. Watch, download, comment, and subscribe free. It's simply www.NTA2Lagos and explore our world of news and events. Available in all smartphones, iPads, and all Android phones. Like our Facebook page, NTA2Lagos Network Center. You can tweet us at NTA2LNC. NTA2Lagos Network Center, your reach out station.
Nigerians, our fearless officers and men of the Nigerian military are winning the war against Boko Haram. Today, all occupied territories have been recovered and Boko Haram has been degraded. Our affected brothers and sisters are getting their lives back.
What happened? I used to see our house girl put it inside. Every time the morning want to eat mama, she bring it from inside the fridge. So I don't know why her own did not done. The beauty of akara and moi moi, anything that needs beans like this, both cooked beans, akara or more, is onion.
Onions, yeah.
If you are stingy with your onion,
you can cook for you to say this.
If you are stingy, I'm
ready to conclude if you can cook. No, for you to say this, the beauty of being.
You see the problem with babes and guys, you say, guys can't cook, they can't go. You say, guys cannot cook because you expect us to cook like you, we don't cook like you. We don't cook like you. In case you didn't even know, when you are cutting, the dicing your, listen, use the curved part of the knife. Put the head first and let the weight of your hand.
It's not by design.
You know, so that you don't get there. When you put energy waste on it, that one got me scatter. It slides your fingernails. There's an art to everything.
Oh. Well done.
I don't know if people like pepper so much in this area.
You're the one cooking now.
So, because some people like pepper, let me not go and overcook pepper. Do I see Rodo there? Atarodo there? Come near Atarodo.
Which one is Atarodo? Because I don't know.
I don't know the English name for Atarodo.
He's telling the Rodo to come nearer. Not you. Okay, now.
So, let me just, okay. I think for this quantity of, 2 should be enough. I don't like pepper. I don't like a lot of pepper.
Okay. It's the natural ingredients and rich flavor of Knorr that brings people together.
So now to the put on.
Wow! So
you see, all this one are based on assumption. Say we don't already wash blender. If not, remove this.
No, we don't wash blender.
So we know anything we don't do for air. Not to put water. If you go place where they grind beans for outside for area, they go ask you. Person wey get experience will ask you, say this beans are na one grind. Now for moi moi, I been na for akara.
Yes.
If na moi moi, water fit pass garri, not me.
Okay.
Once it dey inside,
you're very correct.
Or it dey inside leaf. Person wey know wetin dey. If you manage am, the moment go just soft, but it go done, it go dey okay. Akara
disappear.
Once water pass garri, na to carry spoon begin to drink am raw. I'm trusting that it's crayfish. Give me a spoon, please.
Small spoon. I think I have to get up. Watch. Time to watch. Is that crayfish okay? Will this be enough? Let's look for frying.
Why I say boys can cook, you say leave it like that. Boys can cook.
Leave it like that. Fish that you have like that. Is it enough?
Leave it like that.
I've been looking at you from across the way, and I think about you almost every day. Now I think that I must have a crush on you. I hope that you feel it too. Everybody's waiting for, so take my hand. You and me in La La Land.
It's the natural ingredients and rich flavor of Knorr that brings people together.
So this is the thing. When you want to put your seasoning cube in this specialized akara when they cook so, make sure that the seasoning is well dissolved. The cube is well dissolved. All right. You know, say we never put salt. Understand? Normally, I would have poured this into a bowl, then put it, then taste it, then. But because we have a mixer here, it's both a blender and a mixer stirring.
So you dissolve your no there.
French people say exactement. Okay. So the thing with this now is that some people.
But you don't dissolve now, bro. You have to
because of hot water. You know, because of hot water.
I'm not boil water now.
No, you go do. No, don't be me. Calm down. Once they are outside the external coating, now there the sticky part we make the thing to cube where the manufacturer. So more people know as it been and they know say I know how they take do them. More people know.
Okay, you and them know each other.
We know each other.
Wow.
I don't like messy.
So you still use this? I should keep this for you. Are you still using this?
Yes. No, wait now.
They do like waiting and all that stuff. Which one that you
It's okay. I'm making progress.
Boss, pause the dryer.
You put oil now.
Which oil is I put? You tell me. You want? You can have more. You want palm oil?
Yes.
No, I don't put palm oil. True. Like you know the quantity. You can put palm oil.
That's super good.
Boss. Everything.
Yes.
Hello.
So when I was telling you akara balls, you think we're here to joke?
Sorry.
So let me teach you a trick in frying things with palm oil. All right, thank you. Yeah, just put that one there. Thank you. In bleaching oil, when you want to bleach oil for frying.
Reduce.
No.
It's actually reduce.
No, increase it. Increase it. Yeah, there. So this is the trick in bleaching your oil to cook. Either you want to cook soup, you want to fry something, put it on fire like this. Heat it up. You are bleaching the oil. Leave it covered.
Really?
Now, non-professionals, we fry something for us.
The whole world
fire alarm, they blow. Why the fire alarm, they blow? Smoke, they pursue from... No. Heat your oil. Where the oil go light. You don't say don't light. Okay. Not open the cover yet. As it don't hot reach. You hot well.
Okay.
Don't kill the fire. Okay. Normally, if not me, as I can't kill the fire, I carry the pot. Just put it next to a window or a door. Carry and go outside. Open now. Make the first batch of smoke come out. You cover and bring it out to the kitchen.
Okay.
So you cook for the next 1 week. No smoke they come out again for the kitchen.
So this one they hit now. What will they do?
Just leave it.
He's still mixing. Okay.
So notice that
I want to try fish.
You want to try fish? Okay. As I don't trust you people. I don't know where. Okay. Making sense. I like the one that you can be biting.
Sharp roots now.
Wait.
The oil.
Why don't you want this? Why don't you want
this? They will not start washing again. That is washed and
blended. Washed and blended, okay. You can see that we are frying with palm oil now. Smoke is not covering us. We are not turning this place into war zone.
Yeah.
Nothing like car gas or anything like that. Everybody's calm and collecting. Makeup is still on everybody's face. Eyebrow is still standing. It didn't run off. That has to be.
Okay.
Because as a professional, when I beat, that's how we do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I need to clear this since you don't like.
Yes, I don't like. Always clean up after.
Okay, perfect. This is nice. So
you can see the consistency, yes? No, it's not your mind.
Are you still adding?
I'm not adding anything. What am I adding again?
Like you're done with your...
I'm done. You want to clear the table, clear it.
Okay, let's allow him fry. First one. And let's see how it looks. But it's important
that
It might interest you to know that you just added a butter in your akara.
Nothing spoiled.
Did you lecture at work?
Yeah. So while we're waiting for the palm oil smoke.
Okay, to set.
Yeah, because we don't want to.
Okay.
Wait. Can I have my pot for the pap?
All right.
Yes.
Donga.
So there are two ways you can make pap.
Okay.
You can make it straight into the hot water, or you can cook it on the fire.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like my eba now, when I do my eba, I cook my eba on the fire.
You cook your eba? Okay, you cook it. Yeah, I've tried it before.
Okay. It's that kind of eba. Leave it for 3 days. It goes smooth and leave it for 3 days.
Because it's still
you're nothing doing.
I
already want you. Boys down.
Cook.
Now that one is the pass.
But the face fine, Shama just give you. Honestly,
so you don't ever give up on your.
You know, tell me thank you now.
See, you put Ogbono inside.
Let me put Ogbono.
Go and collect a thank you from Ogbono. So you don't give up on your mixing because the more air you put into your akara mix,
the more fluffy it becomes.
Yeah, the fluffier it becomes.
Wow.
The easier it floats.
Wow.
You understand?
But if this akara fried today, oh, honestly, I will throw it up for you. I will come on my wing. I will miss you. I will come on.
No, I will come on. Now the commodity. I will come on right today. I will come on. On camera.
Yes.
On the show.
Yes.
As the akara fried finish.
Yes. And the ball where from akara, I come on the wing. I'm not talking more.
Anyway.
No, but they come on my wing. I'm serious. I'll wait. Every time I wait, come fry akara or cook the person will be ending. The event is going to be 2 weeks.
Now me go remove wig myself.
Yes, that's somebody cannot play with you.
No, they play with you. Alright, okay, put that one on the side.
Should I remove this when you are ready?
Because, yeah, so that
when you are ready.
Because this is the focus, and this is where we are going to. All eyes on me.
All eyes on you. So why did you choose palm oil instead of vegetable oil?
I don't use vegetable oil to make my akara.
Okay. That's very personal.
Traditional akara when I.
Yes, the ones they make in the village.
Akara. When you thief akara those days.
I never thief akara before, no verse.
I don't call your name. Now, they go just around the office, say, make everybody raise hand. Now, person when you had bread. Now, akara when I know that. Everything don't start about akara. Okay, where our forefather and foremother, where they take seed.
Foremother. Where is the foremother?
Yes. They want to fry akara in the village.
Hey, Frank.
Your wig is off. R.I.P. to your wigs.
Now, so you want to fry this akara today?
Auntie, calm down.
Hey! This one, you just show up. I don't reach there. Wow.
Load the heat,
I don't know now.
Don't be hating my akara.
I'm not hating. Don't know. Serious? But I don't say now, I spoil your akara. The pot for this big pot now or tray. So because this is what they do here. So it be like saying plantain chips.
No.
Frank, wow. I am wowed.
Akara will not flow down on akara. I will see your feet inside of the
Let's wait now, they turn these things. So I won't be like pancakes so. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Me and me, they learn, no. I know they lie, now they
For your mind, now they think. Wow.
You feel like a big culture. Wow. At the same time. Wow. Same time. Now, as when you say boys can cook. When I say boys can cook,
you talk about inside. See, your one even smell outside.
Who's your one that smell out? Now, crayfish should smell.
Wow. Crayfish and bono. Frank, I am.
No, sit down.
How do you feel that? Save me. Alright, but I never saw this.
So when you know your onion, you know your onion. Even if the enemy put your bono inside your
pepper, you know your
wow. Understand? You still come out on top.
Wow. Frank is a husband material.
No, they call me here too.
Application, please apply. I'm his manager, please apply to me.
Apply to come out away.
Wow. Wow.
You see, so the inside juicy. You see, as like one day crunchy.
Wow.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Wow.
Not too much pepper. Not too much. No salt. No salt. No. You don't. This one.
It's okay. I like it.
This akara. Begin to chop my akara. Understand? Now turn off the heat now.
Okay.
So the akara is done, covered, ready.
This is nice.
No coconut.
It is.
No students. It's all good, yeah.
Freshly made akara.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome back, viewers. Frank has made a wonderful akara for us. Akara and pap. Frank, I must tell you, I'm really impressed. He has redeemed the boys.
Thank you.
So we have a celebrity guest in the building to do the tasting and rating for us.
Wow.
She is an actress, a model, and this is Best Supporting Actress 2016. We have Tobi Ayede in the building. Hello. Okay.
In case you are hearing
extraordinaire.
In case you are hearing people should rush to this when they take my food. No, I just joking.
Okay, let's go. See his face. Wow. Why is your face like that? So we'll do 11/10 for the pap. Wow, that's over what? 11/10. Wow. Like I said, I'll honestly pass. You'll be blushing.
Thank you.
Wow. This is something I like, akara. Wow. With the
You know what it's all.
You know what I'm to Okay, so we'll do a 12/10 for this one. Wow. I mean, it's nice. The texture is nice. Okay. It's not too sweet. I can taste milk in it. There's more. That's my home friend. Okay. And wow, this has never happened. Wow. This is a wine line. Carry on. I think we need to continue. Like really. Welcome back, viewers. Frank has made his akara pap, and of course it was very nice. I really enjoyed it. I ate first in history of the show. Frank, you really tried.
Thank you.
Honestly, nothing went wrong. We tried confusing you with your bonnet, everything. Powder. Frank, do you have anything to tell the boys?
Well, boys, you know how it goes. I took one for the team. I love cooking. Actually, I've been cooking since I was a little boy. Wow. School, yeah. My mother taught me a lot of things in the kitchen. I love cooking a lot. I spend my time watching food shows. Boys, you can cook. Don't wait for somebody to come and cook for you.
Please tell them.
If she doesn't come, I cannot eat. My mom is not around, and yeah, that's it too.
Alright, man, thanks so much for coming. We have this little token for you from boys.
Thank you very much. This one is already cooking in the house. I can see. I already given them work. They are employed.
Alright, that's it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed the show. You can catch us sometime same channel for more interesting episodes. I am as always Noella Lanko. Signing out.
The program you just watched is sponsored by Clean.
rate, change up me level. That's why me I mash up the devil. Remember the days we used to struggle. No girl what kids and cuddle. Me only day another level. No telling me better than devil. Girl make you flex up your muscle. Wine to the bass and the treble. Mr. Put Clinton on Friday. Only good things that come my way. Better believe the things I say. A sorry rasta man, me must feel irate. Don't put me news and I pray. Good prophecies in my life come my way. Tell them again. Every day is my birthday. We are party and we are feel irate. So me say, here that they want me to follow. But we are grind, we are stay tough. Go tell them say we can't play around. We got one love. And I do my rate, change up me level. That's why me I mash up the devil. Remember the day we a struggle. No girl what kiss and cuddle. Me money day another level. No telling me better than devil. Girl make you flex up your muscle. Wine to the bass and the treble. Celebration in the air, jubilation everywhere. Appreciation just in care. In our nation, love we share. See everybody, them are touching, them are loving, them are kissing, them are hugging, them are touching. I saw we love it when the haters, them are loving, them are hating, them are rating, play are hating. I just wanna see you go, go. We expect we the more. Jordan comes with tomorrow. So we running our sorrow. And I do my best, change up me level. That's why me I mash up the devil. Remember the day we struggle. No girl what kiss and cuddle. Me money day another level. Go tell me better than devil. Girl make you flex up your muscle. Wine to the bass and the treble. NTA2Lagos Network Center. Like the vintage wine, it can only get better, and that's what you get on Nigeria's most authoritative, educative and entertainment breakfast show, Morning Ride. Morning Ride, better improved, now comes to you for 1.5 hours every Saturday 10 to 11:30 with added packages which include the news updates, trending on the social media, children's gist,
in addition to the regulars, just for your viewing delight. And you can catch our repeat broadcast hours. For participation and advert placement, please contact the producer or call our marketing department on Morning Ride. Enjoy a jolly good ride.
NTA2Lagos Network Center brings you broadcast service wherever and whenever through our social media platforms now live on just a click away. Global news, sports, business reports, politics, issues, events and happenings around the world, your favorite past and present TV programs, drama, documentaries, and for your news headlines, log on to www.youtube.com/NTA2Lagos. Watch, download, comment, and subscribe free. It's simply www.NTA2Lagos and explore our world of news and events. Available in all smartphones, iPads, and all Android phones. Like our Facebook page, NTA2Lagos Network Center. You can tweet us at NTA2LNC. NTA2Lagos Network Center, your reach out station.
Nigerians, our fearless officers and men of the Nigerian military are winning the war against Boko Haram. Today, all occupied territories have been recovered and Boko Haram has been degraded. Our affected brothers and sisters are getting their lives back. However, they are now after you and me. In our mosques, churches, schools, motor parks, markets, entertainment centers, and public gatherings. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me. Nigeria unite against terrorism.
Every season me feel blessed. Summer, winter, even the spring. You have become the sunshine that brighten up my world. I was lost, now I'm found. Wanna save you all my life. You have been so good to me. In fire, hail, snow, clouds, stormy wind, you have been fulfilling your words.
Sure, then when I cry out with my voice so loud. Sure, then when I cry out with my voice so loud. Sure, then when I cry out with my voice so loud. Sure, then when I cry out with my voice so loud.
I have never felt like this before. Now I'm feeling even strong. Because you came for me, then you opened your heart and let me in with a white smile.
Oh, I have never felt like this before. And you opened my eyes. Yeshua, Lord, you give us rain. You rain every day. Yeshua, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. Yeshua, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. Yeshua, and when I cry out with my
answer me when I seek your face, oh Lord. Now I believe I have found my place. Oh, no one else can take your place. I have come to love you more, and I have become that apple of your eyes. For the very truth is that you are my love.
You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud. You are, and when I cry out with my voice so loud.
Forced labor, even here in Nigeria. We've heard of fire incidents that have occurred where people were locked up in the warehouse to work overnight, and they lost their lives and all of it. Yes, in Ikorodu. And of course such things have come up elsewhere, even though they seem to be reducing now. How do we begin to, looking at ourselves as individuals, as Nigerians, we need to work at our own level here, but how do we also begin to curb the excesses of foreigners coming into Nigeria to perpetrate these evils?
I would want to blame the foreigners. We travel, we all travel. I travel to US. The moment I get there, I comport myself. So it's the environment that determines what happens. So if I am nonchalant someone and somebody else is coming here and discover that I'm not chalant, does he want to do something contrary to what I'm doing? It is the environment that determines the input and the output. So if we get to US, we know we need to queue. We know the fact that you have a visa to get into, you have a visa to go to US, it does not give you the access to get into US. They can stop you there. And they discover that, look, this person has a suspicious character. You notice anything, you will be sent back immediately. Now, everybody just comes into Nigeria and goes out. How do we check the inflow and the outflow, and what are the policy measures of what we say you should do and you should not do? The easiest way is just cut corner, take bribe and all that.
So really we're the ones creating an enabling environment for all of this to take place.
We actually propagate it and all that. We allow it. It's something we always want to, and it's something we keep doing until we change our style. We change the policy. We have enforcement agencies that are not going there to feed their pockets.
that are not going there to feed their pockets. Okay, and that is for, you know, securing more like our borders here and curbing the excesses of foreigners. Now, for us as individuals, I would want you to talk to us, you know, as employees and employers.
Yeah.
What do we, from now on, we have identified these challenges. What do we begin to do to create a safe and security conscious environment, especially in our workplaces?
All right, just like where I work in my office, I know that I'm going to put on my TV, my ACs, and my computer and all that. And the moment I'm done, I don't care. Just leave them on. I go. There could be a power surge, and that little thing I did not do could bring down the entire whole building down. So we probably you probably be in an office where there's no light for that day, your gen is not working, and you have all your equipment on. You probably close, and before you come back, there's lights. They might bring a high voltage and all that. These are the things we need to be conscious about. And we can't just throw your chairs anyhow on the floor. You don't throw water anyhow on the floor. So these are safety measures that we need to be conscious of what we do in our place of work. If we take all of those things into account, I believe we will be able to work fine and be able to put in the best. I want to take safety can also be looked at. Okay, you work here in VI, and you're also living very far. Exactly. This is also safety measure. I would rather recommend, because of the nature of our country, the kind of places we find ourselves. You work here and you live in Ikorodu. What is the safety from the distance from where you're coming from down to this place in the morning? In the morning can be okay, but you probably need to walk and resume by 7 a.m. You're exposed at the time you leave your place of abode down to this place. Now, when you close at night too, you're also equally exposed. Now, there are no safety measures on the road. I was talking to some of my colleagues. I said, what is the essence of federal road safety? What are their functions? I think that department needs to be shut down. If not, they should upgrade them. Okay. So road safety are meant to do all of these things. You see bomb on the road, you see potholes and all that. It is their duty to recommend and put
for action to be taken and all that.
This place need an urgent attention. You know, I said, if this police and road safety can make themselves, even if you don't want to build more houses or more stations, they can attach themselves with all the Nigerian police, spread within the 36 states. Okay. For in terms of emergency and exigency and all that, have a clinic, have the vehicle equipped, all of those things. That is safety measure. People travel day and night. A country who wants to develop will always operate 24/7. 24/7. So what are we doing? We wake up 6 o'clock, we shut down by 5 o'clock. And you want this country to grow? So if the environment is quite enabling, people would like to do 8 hours. I started in Nigeria here with 8-hour shifts, but it's not like 8-hour shift. You're going to run yourself off, drain yourself off. Yes. So what is the safety measure you put? Wow. So you don't have time to take care of your health. What is safety measure you put? Because your place of work is demanding everything from you. And because you have no options anywhere to get a job.
So you stick with
now the death rate now we have, you don't have to kill somebody or shoot someone. Safety measure that we're not taking into place in terms of our health is taking our lives 45 years is gone, 50 years is gone, 35 years is gone.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Hi, Chief Paul Njoku. I mean, you've opened our eyes this morning to things that, you know, we really do not take cognizance of, especially in terms of safety and security. And really and truly, this boils down to, you know, the longevity of our lives and, you know, our facilities. Thank you so much once again for being a part of the show. We have been discussing safety and security in our workplaces, and, you know, it is important that perhaps we begin to look at the disadvantages, to work with the disadvantages, so that, you know, they help, you know, to build and add to the value and quality of our advantages, rather than working with advantages and leaving out the disadvantages, which might actually destroy what we have been able to achieve. It's still a morning ride. It's time for us to take a trip into the world of sports, where we bring you Sports on the Go. Please stay with us.
Hello and welcome to Sports on the Go on Morning Ride. We start with table tennis. 44-year-old Funke Oshunaike is the most successful female table tennis player with several awards and titles to her name. She started her playing career at tender age of 9 in a primary school tournament in Lagos. At age 14, she started representing Nigeria and has since been to 5 All-African Games and 6 Olympics. Funke believes there are more young talented players in the country with the potential to achieve the height she had attained in the game, if given the right platform and encouragement to excel. It is for this purpose she organized a 3-day under-21 table tennis tournament at the Ikeja Country Club to discover more talent for the country.
Actually doing this, you know, to encourage the younger ones, you know, to give back to the society that has actually given me a lot. And the competition is actually holding at Lagos State Country Club and is starting on the 26th to 28th of this month.
A total of 40 players featured at the Funke Oshunaike under-21 table tennis tournament. Move on to football. Real Madrid outclassed Bayern Munich at the Bayern Arena by 2-1 in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. Madrid will be looking forward to consolidate on the 2 away goals advantage next week when Bayern will be visiting the Bernabeu.
Carvajal with his head. Ronaldo was thinking about the bike. Marcelo hit it, it's in! Never mind the defensive mistake. Marcelo with a cannon shot, and it's all square in Munich.
In the same vein, Liverpool beat AS Roma by 5-2 at Anfield and hoping to hold on to their 3 goals advantage when they visit Rome next week.
Checo, wonderful forward. When it goes from Milner, Van Dijk was in this. It's a Roberto Firmino goal. It's 5-0, and Anfield is alive and celebrating this magical night for Liverpool.
Finally, we move on to athletics. Kenyan-born British 4-time Olympic champion Mo Farah competed in his first full marathon ever since retiring from the track last summer. Farah beat Steve Jones' 33-year-old British record with the time of 2 hours, 6 minutes and 32 seconds to come third behind Ethiopia's Kitata Tola's 2 hours, 5 minutes, 33 seconds and Eliud Kipchoge of Kenya with a time of 2 hours, 4 minutes and 17 seconds, who eventually won the 26.2 miles 2018 London Marathon.
It's a superb performance from Farah. The first time he's taken on the big boys seriously in the marathon. He's rewarded with a 3rd place in a stellar field. Mo Farah will also collect a British record as he crosses the line, 2 hours 6 and 22.
Farah admitted that the London Marathon, which was adjudged the heatest ever run, had taken its toll on him.
I'm satisfied with the result. I can't do any better than what I did. I got a personal best. I went with the pace. I fight as much as I could. Elliot is a great athlete. He has many experience of the marathon. And today is one of these things. You be man, fight like a man, or you know, start at the back and regret later on. And I fight as much as I could. And I said that in the press conference.
Mo Farah hopes to build on his effort at the London Marathon for future events. That is all on Sports on the Go on Morning Ride.
That was Sports on the Go. Yes, I know you'll be waiting to hear me, you know, talk about it. Really, that report has said it all. Mo Farah is somebody that, you know, I admire day in, day out, because he keeps going strong. Even at his age, you know, he keeps letting the world know that yes, he is a marathoner, true and true. And talking about the UEFA Champions League, well, I was so glad that, you know, Real Madrid were able to pull 2 away goals, yes, at the Allianz Arena, and we're looking forward to them performing better at the Santiago Bernabeu come this week. Liverpool will also, I believe, do the English proud by being able to defeat Roma out there in Italy, even though it's going to be a Herculean task. But what we did not tell you out there was that, of course, this is about the last week of the Premiership, you know, the English Premier League, and there are quite some outstanding matches. Yes, but the greatest one, which I'm sure you or all football fans would want to agree with me, will be that cracker, that final match for Arsene Wenger, where he's going to be, you know, slugging it out with his arch rival also, Jose Mourinho. That's tomorrow. That's the cracker for this weekend. Manchester United and Arsenal Football Club. Well, we'll see how they both do tomorrow in the English Premier League. But back here now, the show is still Morning Ride, and it's time to take, you know, our entertainment aspects of the show. Of course, we've been doing so much of information, enlightenment, and even entertainment. But, you know, in Nigeria, when we talk about entertainment, basically what we look out for is music, dance, drama, and all the likes. So I have with me this morning an entertainment guest. I don't even know how to begin to describe him, because it's somebody, you know, that I've known for so long. I mean, he's grown, he's developed, and I'm shocked to see, you know, what he has made of himself today. Please join me as I make welcome to the studios of Morning Ride, X-Nate. I call him Nathaniel, really, but well, the world knows him as X-Nate. Good morning, X-Nate. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning
nice
to you. Yeah, it's good to be with you too. I know that, you know, you have grown, you have developed, and somehow, maybe because you've been here with us for so long, it didn't really sink in that I'm with a superstar, you know, somebody who has grown and developed, and he has become a mega superstar today. Nathaniel, X-Nate, whatever. How did this all begin for you? Music.
Well, it started, I discovered myself when I was still in primary 6. That was the first time I discovered my singing talent. But you know, the country we are, I had to face studies first. So after graduating way back in 2007, so the very day I passed out of NYC was the day I moved to Lagos. So I put an album. Since then, it's been over 7 years now, and I've been working on one single album. But because of the challenges, it's just coming out.
It is just coming out.
And the title of the album is Waiting for New Africa.
Waiting for New Africa. Okay, you'll tell me about Waiting for New Africa. But you said something. You discovered your singing talent at the age, you know, while you were in primary school. You were actually in primary 6 when you discovered that, you know, you loved to sing. Now, having grown this far, what genre of music would you say you sing?
I do basically R&B, rhythm and blues. I'm not the type that love to jump across all the genres of music. So I know my strength only in R&B, so I have to focus on it.
Okay.
So I've been doing R&B.
Now, like I said, you know, also earlier, I've known you for quite a while, and I know that, you know, yes, you've been singing. Why is it that this album, this is just coming out now? Because I know you've been working on it for so long. Yes, why is it that it's just coming out now?
Actually, I wanted to launch this very album in 2015. And then I was working with my uncle who volunteered to take it up. So something happened and he had to be dropped. You know, he was working in my place there. So he asked me that, okay, the position is now, he can't launch this very album.
Okay.
So, but he's back at it now. So we're going to launch it August 4th.
Yeah, we'll come to, you know, to when you're launching it.
Yeah.
Having come thus far, you know, in the entertainment industry, in the music industry, would you say, Nathaniel or ex-Nate, that music puts bread and butter on your table? Does it feed you? Does it cater to your needs?
Not yet, because for now I'm rather spending on music.
You're the one feeding music.
I'm the one feeding music. So I'm also a teacher, so for now teaching is the one feeding me.
Okay, now let's take, you know, a clip of your music video so that our viewers even get to have a feel of what we're talking about. Then we'll, you know, continue on the discussion. Let's take a clip of ex-Nate's music video.
Living every day in her, see that ghetto child is in the middle of the storm. Tears of the orphans in every household of Africa. We need a place like a paradise, city of justice, city of love, where we're gonna build in love and peace. Stand up, little ones, when tomorrow comes with a brighter day. We sing a new song like in paradise, where we gonna be happily like a family here in Africa. So I wanna be the one who will lead the crowd, singing songs of victory. When tomorrow comes, we're shedding of blood, no more war. It's gonna be the day for only honest African. I can smell the end for all these wicked souls. Stand up, little ones, when tomorrow comes with a brighter day. We sing a new song like in paradise. We're gonna be happily like a family here in Africa. Oh, Africa, I'm gonna spend this night on my window. I wanna be the first to see the sunrise at the riverside when tomorrow comes. City of gold, city of love, city of peace, city of justice, where we're gonna build in love and peace. Stand up, little ones, tomorrow comes to brighter day. This is the time to sing a new song like in paradise, where we gonna be happily, where we gonna be like a family in Africa.
Yes, that was the music video of Waiting for New Africa by ex-Nate. Ex-Nate, look, you know, seeing that video, watching you there, maybe let me ask you first of all, what was that video about? What's the message in Waiting for New Africa?
The central message is that of advising the young Africans to stand up for their responsibility. You know, tomorrow belongs to us. Now, if you look at the way a white man paints a picture of an African, have you ever asked yourself, why is it that a white man, like Jesus Christ and all the angels are white people, and then Satan has to be a black man?
Wow, that's a deep one.
Now, like our elders has turned us to be like slaves. Understand? And you discover that our environment is that of hell. Wow. And we're kind of proving them right. So since I cannot talk to the elders because they won't even listen to you, because you are just a small boy.
So you should talk
I feel like let me talk to my mates.
Your contemporaries.
Tomorrow belongs to us. Let us change our mentality. People that are committing all this atrocity, Boko Haram, killing, look at the killing in Benue, all these atrocities, all this genocide are being carried out by young men. So let us change our mentality.
That's a deep message, I must say. And you know, yeah, I think I totally want to agree with you. Waiting for New Africa, we just have to do it ourselves. Coming back to, you know, the music industry, you've been in it for quite a while, but this is just your first album that is coming out. as you said, using your own language, you're the one feeding music now. Music isn't feeding you yet.
Yeah.
Do you see a situation where did you feel with your brand of music, with your style, that you'll compete favorably against all these other established music acts that we have in Nigeria, considering, of course, that R&B is also a very popular genre?
One first thing that I must consider is I don't want to compete with anybody.
But either you like it or not, I mean, the life itself is about competition, because it's what you bring to the table.
Sometimes when you compete with somebody and you are kind of defeated, then you give up. Understand? Why I don't want to compete with anybody in music industry? I'm kind of looking for a way to contribute my own quota for the for national development. Understand? Don't forget, I'm not doing art for art's sake.
Okay.
I'm a graduate of the art. Understand? Had it been, I would have been a poet, but because the reading culture is no more there, I'm looking for a way to also pass a message. So people that are kind of looking for a way to blow. No, I'm not looking for a way to blow.
Okay.
I just want to be heard.
You just want to be heard.
If you hear my voice, that's the only thing that I'm looking for.
You
Listen
want
to what I have
you
to
want to be
say.
heard. I like that. I like that. I like that, X-Nate. Now, your album is going to be launched when and where?
It's going to be launched in Makurdi.
Okay, so you're taking
On
us
the
all to
4th of
Makurdi.
August, because one, I want to take it back home because there's a sub-heading, or let's say it's a title. I turn it our new Benue.
Okay.
I just want to cry with my people. All these days I'm with heavy heart.
Okay,
So I
so
want to take
it's
it
taking
down
place
to
in Makurdi on the 4th of August.
August, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, X-Nate. I mean, we've completely run out of time for this discussion, but I wish you the very best of luck, because I mean, having seen this video now, I'm sure that, you know, the sky is just the beginning for you. And I must commend you, you know, that you're actually aligning with your people, not just, you know, the people of Benue, but the Nigerian and African youths. Well done. Well done. The show is still Morning Ride, and we have been having this, you know, this chat with X-Nate. Let's take our entertainment tidbits, and when we come back, you get to meet somebody who's been prancing up and down in the studio. I wonder what he has for us today. But let's take our entertainment tidbits first of all.
It's nice to have you join us on Entertainment Tidbits on Morning Ride. Maven Records' First Lady, Tiwa Savage, has dropped a remix of her hit track, Get It Now. The new video featured Omarion.
Your time is running out. Say it like you mean it. Mean it. You better mean it.
Nollywood award-winning actress, producer and director Omoni Oboli has published a first book titled The Stars Are Ageless to mark her 40th birthday. The book talks about the talented actress' journey through life, love and on sets. Winner of Big Brother Naija 2017 edition, Efe, has dropped a new video titled Babaloke. The video featured Orishefemi.
Now today show people say men are God. Whether you walk or you jog, if you not put God, say you go the fuck.
No bless only me, bless my fans them too. Babaloke, no bless only me, bless my family too.
Nigerian comedian, motivational speaker and author Teju Babyface has welcomed a set of twins with his wife after 6 years of waiting in marriage. He took to his IG page to share the good news of how God gave them double for their trouble. Mother and babies are doing great. Legendary singer Two-Face Adibia has released a new video titled In Love and Ashes. The new video happens to be the soundtrack for an upcoming TV series that will hit the screen soon. In Love and Ashes is an interesting 8-part drama series that talks about the negative effects of violence, extremism, and how to overcome it.
So without delay, got to find a way. Sorrow, tears, and pain. We either lose or gain. I cannot stand the rain. And tell me who's to blame. In love and ashes.
And that's it on Entertainment Tidbit. Morning Ride continues shortly.
Glad to know you're still here with us. It's still Morning Ride, and those were our entertainment tidbits. Too many stories, for us to be going into any now. At this particular time on the show, towards the end like this, there's usually a beehive of activities. And like I told you before we took the entertainment tidbits, there was somebody who was prancing up and down in the studios. Now, I think I'm beginning to see what he was prancing all about. But please join me as we make welcome Emmanuel Bahai to the Start Times segment on Morning Ride. Good morning, Bahai.
Good morning. I wonder why you were moving up and down in the studio.
Hello. Okay, you know what? Don't mind him. He was the one that was prancing, pacing up and down in the studios. And well, my table here shows me why he was. But I just wonder what all of this is about. I see that he also has some guests with him today, and I'm wondering what country we're traveling to this morning. But Bahai will tell us. Bahai,
yes.
Please let's meet your guests.
Oh, thank you very much. These are our fantastic guests. They are football fanatics. They are great start-time customers. So we're giving them an opportunity to be here again. Okay, at least this man has been here before. These are Hafiz, and then this is Edith.
And
yes,
I think Hafiz was the German.
Yes.
If I recall correctly. Are you okay? You're still a German.
I've seen the German machine.
Yes, so you're still the German machine. And the young lady?
Yes.
What's your name?
Edith is my name.
Edith, okay. Yes. And you're representing the Three Lions here?
Yes, England. Yes.
The Three Lions of England. Yes. Good. So what's up, Bahai?
Yes, a lot is up, a lot is going up, and we know we're still in the season of giving. We're giving, I will keep giving. And I have these guys here today. I just want them to talk about what it's like. Talk about Start Times, the Russia, and why they think this country they love so much are going to do something in the World Cup. And I just want to tell you, Start Times, we are very Start Times is an indigenous pay TV, so we have a very good channels like Arewa, we have Arewa 24, that's for the Hausas. Then we have Isimbido for the Igbos. We have Star Yoruba and Orisu for the Yorubas. We do some cultural things there to tell you we are cut across cultures. We support all cultures. I wouldn't say much today. I'll just let my wonderful customers, they've been on it, and them tell us some of the things they've been benefiting and why.
I won't start with the German machine. I want to start with the Three Lions.
Okay.
Yes. So tell us about what you've been benefiting from Start Times.
Okay, thank you. As a Start Times customer, I am really benefiting from Start Times. I recharge for a year.
Yeah.
Yes. And my bouquet is on Classic Bouquet. Okay. Imagine this. They have the Easter promo going on now. You recharge for a month, you get extra 1 week to watch for free. And imagine me recharging for a year.
She has 3 months
imagine
for
what
free.
I have.
Wow.
3 months for free.
That's why she's here.
So I'm really happy with Start Times. And I recharge for a year, so I won't be having anything like interruption or anything.
3 months of non-stop entertainment.
Non-stop viewing, non-stop entertainment. Yes, and I see that you're really ready to take on the German machine, but I'll come to that. Hafiz, for you, I know that yes, you've been here before, and obviously you are a committed customer of Start Times.
Yes.
What exactly is Start Times bringing to the table that is new for you? That is different, that stands Start Times out as against other digital television networks.
All right, one of those things is basically the low recharge rate, in which you can still make and still watch at the rate of 19 naira. You can still watch Start Times for a day and you still enjoy yourself, instead of you like me. I'm a football guy. I watch football 24/7, and we all knows that watching football outside the house, it's kind of somehow, but with 19 naira you can still watch it at the comfort of your room. You still enjoy yourself, and you enjoy yourself with 19 naira. Wow. And then that's for a day. Wow. And if you think you can still recharge, you can still recharge for that a month. You can still go for a week, which costs
really
450
it
naira.
Depends on your pocket.
It depends on your pocket.
It's pocket friendly. StarTimes services are pocket friendly.
Yes.
I need to get these guys. I'll get them branded today because they are just.
Bye.
They are just.
Yes, we have heard about all StarTimes is doing, and before the Germans and the English, trade tackles in our studios here. What's all this about? I mean, I see recharge and all of that. What's all this about?
Okay, now these days, I just want to make this gentleman here and this lady look like me. I want to get them branded because they are actually the ambassadors of the brand. They are loyal to the brand, and so many others. That's why this man is coming here and she's here. Of course, she's enjoying what it is. 1 year and she has 3 months for free, and this man also, things like that. So I want to give it to them, and I also have something for a member of your team.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So which one do you want to start with?
Let me get them branded.
Okay.
So I want to start by let me give you this first of all.
That's the wristband.
That's the wristband. Please put it on. Courtesy StarTimes. Eat it right. Yes. Please kindly put this on.
Thank you very much.
And this pen you use it to write. This is the pen for Russia. The football. It reminds you of what StarTimes is doing in Russia. Wonderful thing they are doing. So this is for you. I know you like football. Yes. This is, and should in case you're thinking, you're wondering, you can have what?
I was just watching. Oh, bye.
Yes, you're
so in the spirit. I was watching and I was just watching.
I understand that eyes. I do. So this wonderful one is for you.
Thank you. Now you're talking.
And I'm not just going to stop there. I feel this cap. You look like when you talk about the football, and young lady, this is for you.
Thank you very much.
So StarTimes is very generous. We are still leaving you with another card. This is 1,003 for your basic bouquet. Add it to what you have, and add this to what you have. Courtesy StarTimes.
Now let me ask a quick question there. Have you recharged for a year, and then you want to add that to what you have? How does that work?
It adds up to the incentive we're giving to you. She has a year. She's doing this one. This one is for basic bouquet, which means she's going to have extra 1 week on classic bouquet. Our 3 month now is going to turn to 3 months and 1 week.
1 week.
Yes,
okay. Wow. That's nice. That's nice. And I hear you have something for somebody. Where is the she? That's we're talking about my producer this morning. Where is Nkem Lawrence Ekwere? I hear the StarTimes has something for you. But while we're waiting for her to get here, please come and say it, because I don't know what Bahai has for you. I have collected my own pen. So, so Bahai obviously has something. Well, viewers, this is my producer. Yes, when you see me sit down here week in, week out, and you see all sorts that we do here, this is one of, she's the arrowhead. She's the one that works the magic. Nkem Lawrence Ekwere, congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
It's a good one. We're happy.
She's all yours.
StarTimes is happy. All mine.
Okay, for the
So we have something wonderful for you from StarTimes, because you're doing a good job. She loves StarTimes so much, just like you do. So this one, called StarTimes. Wow. This is the Skoda, and this is the smart card. And we're not going to leave it like that. This is a full set of antenna from StarTimes. So enjoy yourself.
StarTimes.
Enjoy your subscription, and thank you for the great job you're doing here on Money Ride.
Thank you.
We love you all.
Thank you very much, Bahai. Congratulations, Nkem.
Thank you.
Yes, it's good. I mean, this is part of the reward of your hard work here. Thank you so much. All right, Bahai. So yes, you have given out the gifts and all of that, but I believe that these two people are still here for something else.
Yes, and they have to tell us why they are here.
Yes. So let's have it from Edith.
Okay. Thank you. I'm here to support England. Yes, I'm here to talk about the Russia 2018 FIFA World Cup. That StarTimes is going to show live. I'm really happy that StarTimes is going to show it. All the 64 live matches.
You know what?
Imagine that.
Please do me a favor. Okay. Lift that cap from your face so that our viewers can actually see your face, as you're talking in favor of England this morning.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We I know Nigerian is going to bring in the World Cup. Yes, I'm a Nigerian. Okay, and also I'm supporting my country. You understand? Yes, yes. And also I'm supporting England. because I'm a fan of some players in England. Players like Dele Alli,
wow.
yes, Jamie Vardy, Harry Kane. They are great players. Yes, so I'm supporting them. And I'm also looking forward to see that they play very well in this Russia 2018 FIFA World Cup.
Is England pitched against Germany at all?
No.
Not in the group stages.
No, not for the first time.
Okay,
Yes.
not for the group stages. Okay. I know you're itching to talk. So let me
I think he's defeated. I think you're scared of what she said.
Because I knew he was itching to talk, and then suddenly he went all quiet.
We all know that the Germans, they are the god of football when it comes to the round leather game. So we know what they can do, and we know what they can do. It's only the Germans you can see that has more than three. They have 3 to 4 different teams, which you can write any of those teams out of them. We have the likes of Ozil, we have Rudiger, we have Rudy, and we have Kimmich. We have them. We have our great keeper, that's Emmanuel Noah. So we have all them. We have Leno as well. Leno is a keeper as well. So we know what they can do. They will do the magic when it comes to playing football. So Germans are the last World Cup champions, so we're looking forward to what.
So that makes what, because they are the defending champions.
Definitely, I know where you're going. So definitely, Nigeria are preparing so well to bring in the trophy.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know about Germany being able to win. I'm also worried about the English national team, because just a few days ago, Oxlade-Chamberlain, had his hopes dashed about not being able to play at the World Cup. Doesn't that reduce the chances of England?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Because I know they are still going to play well. They have great players.
And they have replacements for, for such players.
Yes, and I know they are really going to play very well. Yes.
Okay, you know what? I think I will just allow you guys go so that you don't take over this show from me. Because
Okocha said something.
On.
JJ Okocha, he said we should not expect much from the guys, Nigerians in the World Cup. So I don't know what that means. I'll try to dig deep and see what he's trying to talk about. Does it mean that? But I don't know.
No. I'm sure that what JJ Okocha was trying to say there was that we should not set unrealistic heights for the players. Yes, I know that the Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles, will go out there and do us proud.
And know we're going to get the cup this time around.
I don't know about getting the cup, because that would be setting some unrealistic.
Okay. So I really understand what it means, that we should not put our minds that they are going to. But if it happens.
But of course, I know that they're going to do Nigeria proud.
Yeah, of course, I
just
know.
As is here and Edith.
And I'm even happy that StarTimes is even bringing this to us, so we'll be able to watch all the whole 64 live matches. The matches live on StarTimes platform, and I'm very sure we'll definitely enjoy ourselves when it comes to StarTimes. And this afternoon, there are some matches that we can still see.
Okay, yes, there are matches you will see. Like I said, if I allow you go on,
we have a lot to offer.
Show from me. Yes, but unfortunately, we have completely run out of time, and it's so good. It's been so good having you guys here.
Okay, sorry, but I have something to say.
Final line.
Okay, yes. We have other. I don't know apart from the football. Okay, we have other channels. We have other programs. Like me, I speak Hausa, so I watch Hausa programs like Star Dadunkowa. There's a program they're showing. They're very interesting. It's titled Yazamani by 8 p.m. on Sundays. So please, I would like my...
Okay, we will watch Yazamani on Star Dadunkowa, and of course we have the Arewa channel as well as so many more. The Isim Video, the Orison, the Star Yoruba.
And the match between Juventus and Inter tonight.
That's true. That's another great
able to see that one. And tomorrow again, Napoli will be taking on
are we talking football anymore on the show? We have run out of time. And we thank you, our esteemed viewers, for having been a part of Morning Ride today. We sure hope we've given you the best ride possible into the weekend and into a new week. Please join us again same time next week for another refreshing package. On behalf of the entire production crew, thank you and God bless you. See you next week.
Improved now comes to you for 1.5 hours every Saturday, 10 to 11:30.
NTA2Lagos Network Center.
Like the vintage wine, it can only get better.
To make your day a feel-good day, and I promise and I pledge to keep you updated and give you everything fun and trendy when it has to do with entertainment. You already know what my name is. TT Tampe is the name, and I am not alone on the show today. Can you have a guess who I have with me?
Hi guys, it's so good to be back here on your TV screen. I'm your host Ella, aka the official Ella, and I've got my screen diva right here with me. And together we will be taking this show to the next level.
That's right. Certainly. You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
The color pops on you, actually.
I love your eyelashes.
I know.
Speaking.
You can say that again. Tell me what I don't know. Like, just say something. Like,
I just said your eyelashes is cute.
I know.
And your dress is cute. And
thank you very much. Anyway, guys, we have to go on a very short break, and we don't have to move, because once you do, we're out of your screens. Take it away.
It's good to have you back on the show. I'm your host Ella, and of course I've got Tankwe standing right next to me. If you just watched it for the first time, this is Vibes Extra, and this is a show that takes you around the world of entertainment. We bring you guys the very best to your TV screen, right from the entertainment news to the top 5 trending videos you would like to see on your TV screen. Of course, we have you dancing shaku shaku.
Shaku shaku. I know shaku shaku are just taking over. We cannot, like no other dance existed. If it's not shaku shaku, let them pray, let them play any song, praise and worship. You just see your hand moving effortlessly. But anyway, remember that we have this show on a lockdown. And remember that we'll also be going close up all those your favorite artists that you love to watch on TV. We'll be giving them an up close interview, and that is just for you and certainly for your viewing pleasure. So speaking of all the trending videos, making the rounds in Nigeria, which is your favorite?
I love 4G's Fight Kiss Daniel.
Oh, but just
I really like that guy. I'm blushing, I'm tripping on him. Just so
Are you kidding me?
So hard.
Of all songs, decided to pick Kiss Daniel.
Of course, because I like him.
You
must love the artist first before the song.
I'm watching you.
Yes.
We'll see behind the scenes. I'll deal with you. Are you kidding me? Kiss Daniel. Anyway, we will go on a break while I will be dealing with Ella because she knows who my crush is. But take it away.
On the 5th spot, DJ Happy features Sarkodie with Vibes.
Baby, back you don't know. Anywhere you go, me I won't go. About him and me a fight, you go to. On the baby, back you don't know. Anywhere you go, me I won't go. About him and me a fight, you go to.
I'm in love with your body. Boy, you know what I like. I can't wait to be with you tonight. I'm in love with your body.
What else? I'm gonna be gone, baby. Yeah, we're feeling me vibe. Although you will brand, need you by my side. So don't be shy, baby. Brother, I'm in Jenny, but would in a copy. Me from me, some for with you when I want who's a me a guy, baby. I can see you feeling me. Send me pen, I would Jimmy D. My trouble, let until me can reply, baby. I promise on my honor, baby girl, I wanna bring you to Ghana for summer. Me with me.
Pataranki says that he is available and this song makes it to the 4th spot.
I'm available. Call me, I'm available. I'm available. I'm available.
And advert placement, please call the marketing unit of Imo Entertainment on 0906 300 3181, 0806 733 8047, or 0818 838 6954, or the marketing unit of the station.
When it comes to entertainment news, we got it on. We bring to you the hottest and juiciest news making the rounds in the world of entertainment.
I sold my jewelry at Yaba to pay my daughter's school fees. Nollywood actress Mercy Aigbe gave a shout out to all the single moms out there. She used the opportunity to reveal all what she went through raising her daughter Michelle as a single mom, and she said that she once had to sell her jewelry just so she could pay for her daughter's school fees. She also advised all mothers to stay focused and also to be very prayerful. Olajumoke Orishaguna walked the runway with the British pop star Tiny Temper. Olajumoke Orishaguna is ever so grateful for what she called the life-changing moment that happened 2 years ago when a photo of her photobombing the British pop star Tiny Temper went viral. Now, Olajumoke got to walk at the finale with Tiny Temper, and she was so elated that she went to her Instagram page to share the good news.
Welcome back to the show. Hope you guys are having a blast because I'm actually chilling right here in the studio. Right now, we're going to the next segment, and on this segment, we actually go out on the street to get the views and opinions of people on a particular topic. And some of these opinions are quite hilarious. So guys, stick around and enjoy the moment. Take it away. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
My name is Victoria.
I'm Ezekiel. Yeah, my name is Kelvin. Actually, I will calm down and actually put the maturity, you know, in application. Then I will call the attention of my girlfriend, make inquiries about, you know, much things about the guy. But I wouldn't like my girlfriend to have any other, you know, person like that.
A female bestie that I don't know about, I don't think it's possible. I would not allow that. One, because the closer they are or the closer they become, we can't say emotions may start rising, you understand? Because what goes through our vein is blood and water. So the closer they get, different kind of emotion will start coming up, and we never can tell. From being the bestie, something that may come up, and from there they might decide to keep it coded and on a low key, which I don't think I would like when I get to know.
It based on with the personality of the girl. If I trust the girl and I know that the girl is someone that can never cheat on me, and I'm comfortable with the guy, I have no problem with it.
What up, people? It's your boy, Serikio Moro, and keep watching Vibe Extra.
The DMW team says that you are on their mind.
But you're still the one I want to. So many girls won't block my way. But you're still the one I need. And I'm so caught up. Got me feeling it. Caught up. I don't know what to do. Got me losing my cool. Caught up. Got me feeling it. Caught up. I don't know what to do. I don't even mind over my loving you. Girl, I don't even mind. My baby, loving you. Them get the big back and big lovers. They make me dress you to your base. Oh, them be feeling fly to me.
Miracle features Davido with Bobo, and this is the second song on our countdown.
I no go leave you run away, but suit yourself like it's Dana. You give me love, you run away to hello. I say Abena, you call me your bum. Now money be fine, bobo. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe gangan. Baby mi ìfẹ́ mi ọgbọ́. Abena, you call me your bum. Now money be fine, bobo. Nítorí rẹ̀ mo ṣe gangan. Baby mi ìfẹ́ mi ọgbọ́. Angelina, look what you done to me. Girl, I be falling for love. I just see what look what you done to me.
For sponsorship and advert placement, please call the marketing unit of Imo Entertainment on 0906 300 3181, 0806 733-8047 or 0818-838-6954 or the marketing unit of the station.
So guys, I'm still here with all the fun and all the excitement. Like I breathe excitement and entertainment right from inside of me. But hey, speaking of fun and excitement, remember that we will be going on an event right about now. And you know now, we always bring you class. We always bring you elegance, gracing the red carpet, the green carpet, or the blue carpet, whatever it is. Just watch this event and you will thank me later.
Has to be one of those numerous activities that tickles my fancy. I mean, it is just right that you take yourself to an escape and treat yourself to some fun. Guys, this is Afro Beach Rave, and guess what? It is one stage, 3 days and 3 nights of absolute fun and the first quality music. My name hasn't changed. I remain the color, the spice that would always brighten up your day. NTA2Lagos is the name, and you are watching Vibes Extra. Alright guys, so it is day 3 of the Afro Beach Rave, and I have a darling right here with me. How do you feel being here tonight?
I feel good.
Okay, that's
yeah. I feel great. I feel lovely. It's nice. It's cool here.
All right. So, amongst all the artists that will be performing here tonight, who are you waiting to see?
Davido, like seriously.
Just Davido.
I like Davido.
So, what do you expect from Davido?
No. His songs are back to back. I mean, I love all of them. I love them.
Àwọn àbókì wọn ti ẹ̀jà wọn àti gbọ̀n sórí ni wọn kì í wo tẹ́lẹ̀ ni kíka pépà ni ó yẹ fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ wọn pọ́ǹsì láti nípa wọn ká ìfọ̀ èèfẹ̀ ní káwáyà.
How does it feel being here tonight?
I feel so great. I feel honored.
Alright, so now that the street music has taken over, do you think it has come to stay or is it phase?
It has come to stay because Mr. Reed is real and I'm here to stay.
Hi guys, so I have Esther right here with me. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm very, very good. The place is exciting, it's on point. I'm feeling the rave, and as you can see, the G is on point.
That's right.
It's about to start his show, and so everything is on point, it's lit. I'm having fun here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun are you having?
Well, I can say 7 because I have some reservations with respect to the drinks and food, but on top of it all, everything is good. Yeah. There's fun. There's a lot of fun going on here.
Guys, so I have Olabisi Solomon right here with me. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, same here.
So how does it feel being here tonight?
I'm happy to be here, and I'm here to have fun.
Have fun. You're not here to mingle, are you?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
No, I'm sure.
Guys, it is certain that it was all shades of fun, and we served the entertainment to you like it's always hot. But it's time to call it a day. I had super fun, but I have to leave here. So this is me signing out for Vibes Extra. You already know what my name is. NTA2Lagos is the name, and we're signing out.
Something happen, oh, for heaven. Doors of blessings, so he open. No be magic, oh, if you try to stop the flow. Back to sender. Something happen, oh, for heaven. Doors of heaven, oh, he open. No be magic, oh, if you try to stop my flow. Back to sender.
I'm Emmanuel Ike Ihinebu. Yes, from Imo State. But my musical name is P to the E to the S to the A to the CH. P Search. Mama.
They shoot me out, try to cover me, if you try to stop my shine,
Well, professionally, I've been doing music for, let's say, average of 3 years now. Yes, but underground, I can't count. Yeah, the song is titled Back to Sender. Yeah, it was written by me and in the studio there. But they were back to sender. People ask me, what are you sending back to? Well, it's just a common term people use. And you know, if you're going to church, people say back to sender. So I'm relating the song to everybody that wants evil things to be sent back. So.
It don't happen, no. See a chiquitos plenty, yo. If you want to do the game, back to sender.
Well, actually, I'm bringing out my new song this month, titled Do Do Do. And after that, I'm working on my album as we speak, though. But the one that I'm bringing out in a couple of, let's say, in 2 weeks' time, Do Do Do, titled Do 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 by me, Pisach. Yeah.
Without you, Baba, it's not the same.
Oh, it's free America.
The greatest challenge to me is actually recognizing true musicianship. It's not everybody that is there that I feel that should be there. So we do not have a kind of group or a body that really emphasizes on talents, musicianship, the art of music. A lot of people sing, but they are not musicians. That's what I can say.
Something happen, for heaven. Just a heaven, don't be magical if you try to stop my flow.
Well, I would tell people to actually look before you leap. Don't just be in a hurry to get out there, because it is not, the evil people say that it's not the amount that you use to collect money that you use to pay back. So actually, before you do anything, make sure you go through what you're doing.
If you try to stop my shine, back to sender, back to sender, back to sender. I did defender, hey, back to sender, back to sender. Scatter the blues, scatter the blues, scatter the blues, scatter the blues.